If you're an older Western man, maybe in your 40s, 50s, or beyond, and you've ever thought about dating in China, you need to hear this, because what you're about to learn can save you time, money, and emotional energy. Dating in China is not just a little different from dating in the West, it's a completely different system. The culture, the expectations, the timing, the communication style, everything runs on rules you won't know unless someone tells you. And today, I'm that someone. I'm going to break it all down so you walk in prepared, not confused, not overwhelmed, and not taken advantage of. Let's start with something most Western men never expect. In China, most people don't really date during their teenage years. While in the US, it's normal for kids to have boyfriends, girlfriends, prom dates, and heartbreaks starting at 14 or 15. China is the exact opposite. Because of the Gaokao, the extremely demanding national university entrance exam, Chinese students spend their teenage years focused almost entirely on academics. This exam carries tremendous weight. It can determine which university a student gets into, which influences their career, income, and even their social standing. Because of this pressure, parents and teachers strongly discourage young people from dating. So what happens? Most Chinese adults reach university having very little romantic experience. And once they get there, once they finally have some freedom, that's when relationships start. But instead of dating casually or testing the waters, many treat their first real relationship very seriously. Some even see it as training for marriage. This can create cultural mismatches, especially for Western men who are used to dating being more relaxed early on. Limited sex education, what it means for you. Another key point, one that older Western men should take seriously, is that China's sex education system is very limited. Schools rarely teach these topics thoroughly, and families often avoid discussing them. Many young adults learn about relationships, safety, and communication entirely on their own. This means misunderstandings can happen easily. Things you assume everyone knows might not be common knowledge. As a foreigner dating in China, you should be prepared to communicate clearly, set expectations, and educate yourself about both safety and cultural norms. Don't assume everything works the same way it does back home. Foreigners who ignore this advice often run into avoidable problems. Why Western men receive so much attention in China. Now let's get into one of the biggest reasons older Western men find dating in China so appealing. You stand out. And I don't mean you need to be a model or a millionaire. The truth is, foreign men, especially mature ones, bring traits that many Chinese women genuinely appreciate. Foreign men are still uncommon. Outside of Shanghai, Beijing, or Shenzhen, foreigners are rare. Many Chinese women are curious about the world and want to interact with someone from a different background. They're often drawn to Western manners, direct communication, confidence, and life experience. Appreciation for stability and maturity. In China, maturity is attractive, and older Western men often bring exactly that. Many Chinese women appreciate a man who knows who he is, has life experience, and carries himself with confidence. Traditional femininity. Here's something many Western men love. Chinese women often embrace traditional femininity. They take great care of their appearance, skincare, makeup, fashion, and they tend to dress well. Many value being warm, supportive partners who create harmony in a relationship. For men who are tired of Western dating norms, this can feel refreshing, strong loyalty. When a Chinese woman commits, she tends to commit deeply. Loyalty is a significant cultural value. Many women will support you emotionally, help with daily life, and stand by your side if they feel you're serious about them. But remember, loyalty can also come with expectations. Red flags you should never ignore. Now let's talk about the flip side, the things older Western men must understand before dating in China. These are not nice-to-know details. They are crucial. Money expectations are very different. In China, dating is financially traditional. Men are usually expected to pay for meals, transportation, gifts, holidays, pretty much everything. Even women who are financially independent may expect the man to take the lead in covering expenses. This doesn't mean the woman is using you. It's simply cultural. But some women do date as a way to elevate their lifestyle. They may expect designer items, expensive dinners, and financial support. If you can't or don't want to meet those expectations, things may not last long. The foreign boyfriend experience. Some Chinese women date foreigners for fun, not for the future. It's exciting, it looks good on social media, and it gives them stories to tell. But they may fully intend to marry a Chinese man later. If you don't recognize this early on, you could invest emotionally in a relationship that was never meant to be long-term, strong family influence. This is a big one. Chinese families, especially parents, have major influence over their daughter's romantic life. Many parents prefer a Chinese son-in-law, someone who speaks the language, understands the culture, and lives closer to home. As a foreigner, you may face skepticism from the family, even if your relationship with the woman is strong. This can create pressure, especially if things get serious. Marriage expectations in China. What older men need to know. If you're thinking long-term or considering marriage, the cultural expectations become even more important owning a home. In many parts of China, a man is expected to own a home before marriage. Not renting, owning. A home is seen as proof of stability and commitment. Even if she personally doesn't care, her parents probably will. Financial support for her parents. It's common for married couples to help support the wife's parents financially. This can be surprising for Western men who come from a culture where each family is typically independent, practical, not just romantic. In China, marriage is both emotional and practical. Family approval, financial security, long-term planning, and social expectations all play a major role. Understanding this ahead of time prevents frustration later. So, is dating in China worth it for older Western men? Here's the truth. Dating in China can be incredible if you know what you want and understand the cultural landscape. If you're looking for romance, adventure, attention, and meaningful connection, you can absolutely find that in China. Many older Western men have wonderful relationships there, but if you want something serious or long-term, you must be ready for cultural differences, financial expectations, and family influence. None of these are insurmountable, but they require awareness. Go in prepared. Go in respectful. Go in with clear intentions, and you'll have a far better experience than the men who walk in clueless. If you've dated in China, or you're considering it, share your story in the comments below. And if you want more real, honest, mature insight like this, make sure to like and subscribe. See you in the next video.